Hey there, course 3. A rate, remember, means measure over a measure. So maybe 1 mile over 6 minutes. That's not a unit rate, though, because the denominator is not 1. Now, I think we learned how to convert these. I don't remember exactly how we did it, but it's honestly maybe not the way I would normally. What I would normally use is what's called a unit multiplier. We use those exclusively in the old book, and it keeps it pretty simple. You multiply by a multiplier, and it gives you your answer in the new converted rate, in the new measures. For example, if Yasmin ran a mile in 6 minutes, we might show that as 1 mile over 6 minutes. Okay? We don't really say miles per minute very often. So 1 mile over 6 minutes. A unit multiplier to change that to miles per hour would simply be put miles on the bottom and put minutes on the top. Okay, and 60 minutes, sorry, not miles, hours. I was like, what am I doing wrong here? This is hours, not miles. There are 60 minutes to 1 hour. And then we equal that. So the minutes cancel out. 6 and 60 is 1 and 10. Now 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 1 is 1 mile per hour. Okay, how did we decide it was minutes on top and hours on the bottom? Because we're converting the time from minutes to hours. Minutes goes on top. We chose this one because we needed it to cancel across like this so that there weren't any minutes in the answer. So to go from 1 mile, and you always want to kind of show these measures while you're calculating so you keep everything in mind, keep everything straight. 1 mile for every 6 minutes. The unit multiplier we choose is hours on the bottom, minutes on top, and there's 60 minutes to an hour, because we need to go like this. Okay, cancel that out. And then you get 60 over 6, or 10 miles per hour. Okay, now in this case, if you're driving 60 miles an hour, I would just write that right away. 60 miles per 1 hour. A car travels about how many kilometers in 2 hours? There's 2 steps to this problem implied here. First, we need to go into kilometers. Then we need to find what is that in 2 hours. Okay, and they help us out a little bit, right? A mile is more than a kilometer. It's about 1.6 kilometers. So let's convert first. We need to decide which unit multiplier to use. Miles to kilometers or kilometers to miles. Which one do I pick? I'm going to pick this one. Why? Because I want to be able to go across and do this. Okay? Just like we do with numbers. So miles on the bottom, kilometers on top, and since miles are bigger, that's going to be 1, and kilometer is going to be 1.6. That's what they said here. So now there's not a whole lot of cross-reducing we can do. We have to do 60 times 1.6 is, I think, 96. Yep. And that's kilometers. It's the only label left on the top. 1 times 1 is 1, and only label left is hours, which is the same as saying 96 kilometers per hour. But we're only halfway done, because then they said, what about 2 hours? Well then, sorry, this is missing my 6. To find how many miles traveled in 2 hours is real easy when you've got this unit rate, because then you just do the 96 in 1 hour times 2 hours right, is, and maybe we'll put our measures here. If you do 96 kilometers per 1 hour in 2 hours, how many will it be? You cancel out your hours, you just have a distance left. 96 times 2 is, use the magic of TV, 192. And that's summarized here on page 437, example 2. 192 kilometers. All right, let's do A, B, D, and F.